this long for someone to go after the Duke. Another aristocratic boss, living in a palace and sucking the marrow out of the same people who built it.
Yes, I regret my affiliation with the young Duke, but his father and I were close. It was my hope to grow up and learn that his actions as ruler of Serkonos have very real consequences.
He could always count on the backing of Dunwall's finances and navy. Maybe without that, he would have developed a healthy respect for the people of Serkonos. Fear of the Executioner's block has been a fine motivator for many a ruler.
Once the Duke falls, it's my hope that we can build something better here. Something more representative and inclusive.
Duke Abel spared no expense on his new palace. It's tacky if you ask me. Byrne wanted to be High Overseer. A gangster could never be trusted to run a city. I wonder what Aramis Stilton can accomplish now that things are different.
Are you ready for this?
I've been inside a dozen castles and 100 mansions, and they're the same everywhere. The Duke's palace can't be anything worse than Lady Brisby's social afternoons.
Getting inside might not be the hard part. The Duke doesn't exactly run a tight ship.
Taking down Duke Abel is only part of the puzzle. You've also got to find whatever it is he's keeping for Delilah.
You were cryptic about what you gleaned from visiting the Dust District, which is fine. The world is better with a hint of mystery. But once you're inside the Grand Palace, whatever you do could affect things in Karnaca for years to come. Remember that.
I've got a map of the Grand Palace for you, and I know something that may be useful. There's a hidden lever in the pantry that opens a passage to the Duke's vault. If he's keeping anything precious for Delilah, I suspect that's where it'll be. Beyond that, good hunting.
I'll see what I can do. I know things in Karnaca are fragile, and I've got a lot to think about after all this is done.
I hope I've been of some help to you. It's good to feel useful, here near the end of my time. Look at you. In a lifetime, how many monarchs have done half of what you have in a month? I hear the Duke's wine cellar is exquisite, if you happen to pass through. I remember telling you stories at the Hound Pit's pub so long ago. How you've changed.
It's not widely known, but the Duke has a body double. The man is the spitting image of Luca. A likable fellow, and quite humble. I've no idea where they found him, but the Duke's double has spent years passing for the Duke. I suppose Luca always hoped his double would be there to take an assassin's bullet. Take care. I hope to see you again.
Stilton made a fortune in silver mines, without the usual cruelty associated with such endeavors. There is a great sadness in him. He misses his friend and confidant, the old Duke, the Adonis, and Stilton. Like the ore he mines, there is something of value underneath that gruff exterior. Stilton devised a mask to help the miners take in less dust as they work. He wants silver, not sick workers. If he has any other secrets, they are hidden from me.
Ready to visit the Duke?
Give me a moment more.
Now we're going after the one who started it all. The Duke himself. I forgot the thrill of it. Planning drop-off points, picking the approach. Thinking about the best ways to kill somebody who lives behind high walls. But with the excitement, there's a black echo that comes back to me for what I did at Dunwall Tower. If anyone deserves killing, though, it's Duke Luca Abel. I've loved a number of women, and even a couple of men. But I've never loved anyone like my Deirdre. After I left home, those first years on the streets, she's all that kept me from the bottom of the river. I could sleep on a pile of garbage under a leaky awning as long as she was there with me. Sharing a tin of potted meat or bottle of brandy that we nicked during the day. The Duke and his little brother came through Dunwall. And Deirdre and I got in their way as they stepped out of their fancy coach. The Duke goaded his brother, calling us wharf roaches. And it was the brother who swung the stick that killed her. Splitting her skull, there were wooden gazelles on top of the coach. And I snapped one off and drove it into his eye, as deep as it would go. Deirdre was already gone. Dead as a doornail. Lying in the muck and staring up at the gray Dunwall sky. On the run after that. I was hunted by the City Watch and even members of the Grand Guard up from Zirconos. People looked at me like I was cursed, spitting whenever I got close. Everyone knew I'd bring trouble. Even the gangs. The Duke's brother has been dead for a long time. But now's my chance to get back at Luca Abel for setting him off against pretty, young Deirdre. Nothing was the same for me after they took her away. Should we head toward the palace?
Ready.
At the palace, the Duke has a look-alike body double, meant to confuse assassins. A friend of mine washes the linens and said the double is a smoker, if that helps. Maybe you can talk to him. She says he's a nice guy. What a shitty job, pretending to be a tyrant like Duke Luca Abel.
It's remarkable that people tolerate the Duke.
He's got an army, control of the mines, and he's had your support from the capital. At the Duke's parties, people carve up the country while eating boiled crab.
There were parties like that in Dunwall, full of toadies sucking up to me, stabbing each other in the back.
Poor Empress. I could see those party lights from the roof of the abandoned butcher shop where I slept, in the flooded district.
I know you grew up hard, Megan. I used to wander Dunwall with my face hidden. But when I got tired of it, I could always go back to the tower. Karnaka's given me perspective.
Good. After you've eliminated the Duke, find what he's holding for Delilah and take it. When you're finished,
I'll pick you up in the skiff.
Stuff comes in. It's gotta get where it's going. That's why they call it the Black Market.
Being quiet?
What was it?
Martha, won't you marry me? 12 weeks I have been at sea.
What? Need some help over here. What is this?
I know you're here somewhere.
There's no such permit, Captain. I know the laws in Karnaca.
Laws change. The Duke's given the Grand Guard leeway to create new fees when needed. You know who else had a nice shop? That clockmaker.
Serafina?
Are you all right?
Here you are, back among your own people. The palace-born, and those who curry their favor. Are you feeling more comfortable, Majesty? Are these the people you want running a quarter of your empire? No? It never seemed to bother you before. Maybe it looks different up close. Maybe here it's harder to ignore the way the people outside the palace get through the day. In any case, I know what you're after. The heart you carry can only hold one spirit at a time. So, if you want to walk out with a piece of Delilah, you better be ready to leave something behind.
I don't want to die!
My luck, it'll be that serious.
No, no, no! A body? Here?
that noise? I'm sure it's nothing. Someone just told me. The dog barks.
What's the matter? You look pissed off.
Yeah, you bet I am. I just got the answer about my transfer in. Relocation denied.
Look on the bright side. The pay is better here than anywhere else. And
There's another spirit here. Beyond its cage of flesh.
The palace. Maybe I can find another way to neutralize the Duke.
Don't look so disappointed. It's not about merit. The inner circle is packed with the Duke's pets. Look, Spittles. At least I'm right. Exactly. And think, when this fighting of the thrones is settled, the Duke's going to need men to take charge in the Northern Isles. By this time next year, you could be in charge of Windown or Freeport.
Where even the most desirable have skin like pale slugs.
That's what the brand. I'm bored.
Who's there?
Anyone here? Hey, who is? You won't get. Wait!
Aha! This head of yours.
Who opened this door? Maybe the wind or something. Hey!
1,000 rotations. Reintroducing grapple.
It feels like we're living in an age.
It seems the Duke has some of the Jindosh clockwork soldiers.
Right here. Where do you think you're
It'll be a
going?
long night. I've ordered food sent over to the Duke's quarters.
How do you registered?
Whatever you need, I can't help you.
You don't look so disappointed. It's not about merit. The inner circle is packed with the Duke's pets.
Rick Spittles. At least I know.
Never-ending paper.
Nothing like his father.
Being my father's son if I have to slave away like this.
Push out into the harsh world. You are
Never offered to bow or kiss my hand.
I could say the same.
A mystery. Let's have it then. Who are you and what do you want?
Listen, I think you're the Duke's body double. You can't have any love for the man. I'm here to end his rule, and I have an idea you should hear.
Ah, you're perceptive. You figured it out.
It occurs to me that you might make a more agreeable Duke than Luca Abel. If I wanted to depose him without having to slit his throat, do you think you could convince people that you're the Duke?
I don't think I invited you.
Parasite. I bet this opens the Duke's vault. This must be the Duke's vault. People of Karnaca, this is your rightful ruler, Empress Emily Drexel Leela Caldwin. I came here to Karnaca, the jewel of the South, with one purpose in mind: to depose the Duke of Serkonos, to make him pay for his treason against me, but also for his crimes against you, the people of this great nation. I am your Empress, but my father is Serkonan, and your blood flows through my veins. I will leave you now and return to Dunwall, but know this: Duke Luca Abel is dead. My hope is to resolve this crisis and establish a new ruler here in Serkonos with haste, causing as little disruption as possible. I bid you farewell and ask you to maintain your faith and loyalty. I will address you again soon.
I don't like that. Better have a look.
Set.
Damn. I thought I heard blood flies for a second.
This way, the machine is recharging the magnetic coil. General detection state.
This is the thing Ashworth made to hold Delilah's spirit.
The machine is experiencing uncertainty. The machine is uncertainty.
Why would the Duke keep this old thing?
This is it. You must release me from this dead vessel. Only then will you be able to trap Delilah's spirit.
I don't know how I can do this. You were all I ever wanted.
I stayed as long as I could, trying to guide you. The world is better for your influence.
Be at peace, Mother. I will honor you, always.
I love you. And this is the final thought I carry into my house.
So it's done. Now to take Delilah's soul back to them.
Was this the heart of my half-sister? Only her flesh remains.
Maybe Delilah's spirit was holding it together.
Jasmine is gone at last, faded into nothing. Her reward is peace. You will never get back what you lost here. You are known now. I'm your only family. I added 2 impossible
There.
faces.
Now to wait.
A prison of dead flesh, after a prison of bones. You will take me back and die at my hands.
So, is that it? The fall of Karnaca?
Duke Abel is dead. Long live whatever comes next.
Back to the dreadful whale, then, and on toward Dunwall.
Yes, at long last. To take back the throne and find a way to save my father.
Ready, then?
Let's set out.
All right. As you want.
I grew up with this broken skyline. The muted colors and the way the light falls. It's Dunwall, but it's not. Have I changed, or does everything just look different when you're not wearing a crown? Whatever grand scheme you've got underway now, Delilah, you were smart when you stole this place from me. You knew who among my people to corrupt, and you took away my strongest ally, my father. But you didn't know me. You only saw a sheltered princess. You never thought I'd fight back. You don't know me, Delilah, but you will.
Admit, this campaign has been conducted with far more restraint than I would have expected. You know where to go to find Delilah, but how will you handle her? It's my hope that you have some sort of plan.
It could be tricky. She might not give me any choice but to fight. And Delilah deserves whatever she gets.
At my age, I've come to distrust words like deserve. As I told you, I knew her long ago. badly wounded, deep at her center, but cunning, and looking for a way to pull herself up. Perhaps more than anything, Delilah had a talent for imagining the world as a better place. If only that could have been channeled towards something less twisted.
It's probably too late to dwell on regrets.
Yes, you're right. In any case, please watch yourself. I've come to care a great deal about you.
Goodbye, Anton.